What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy Niner Sickness with the Niner Sickness Report. On this beautiful Saturday, we have concluded with the 2021 NFL Draft, and the 49ers have selected all the players they feel fit that is going to make this program better. What I want to hear from you, the viewers, is what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the picks that the San Francisco made in this year's draft? It has not been the norm. It's very rare that the Niners draft a running back. Usually they take running backs as undrafted free agents. But not only did they take one running back, they took two running backs this year's draft. What statement are the Niners trying to make to the rest of the NFL? They took two guards, two maulers. These guards are maulers. But before we get into that, before we break it down on all the players, do me a favor. Smash the like button. Smash the like button and subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed already. Hit the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time. Feel free to follow me on Instagram at Niner Sickness. Follow me on Facebook at Niner Sickness. And follow me on Twitter at Niner Sickness 49. Welcome to the show. What is going on, Matthew Navarro? How you doing, brother? Surprised they didn't take a receiver. We're going to talk about that, definitely. Tony Smith, how you doing, brother? Welcome. James Bolt, good afternoon. Good afternoon. We're going to hear video clips from the newest members of the San Francisco 49ers. And I want to break down your thoughts on these players and the direction the 49ers are going in. I think the Niners are definitely heading in the right direction. I think they're making a statement. Two areas that they were the weakest last year was the quarterback position and the offensive guard position or offensive line. They went ahead and took care of the center spot with Mack. And now they got this kid, Aaron Banks, guard out of Notre Dame, a mauler. Then they went and got Jalen Moore out of Michigan, another mauler. We got Trey Lance, a running back, a dual threat, a quarterback. We got two corners and we got a safety. Now the safety that we got, somebody brought it up. I like the safety. Matthew brought it up. This kid is special out of USC. I believe he will be a day one starter as a special teams player. He said it himself. He wants to be a Pro Bowler in special teams. I like his attitude. What are your thoughts on this kid? So, I'm pretty happy with Trey Lance, obviously. That was my pick from day one. I know a lot of you guys wanted Fields, but I love Trey Lance. I love the upside. I love what he can do in Kyle Shanahan's system. Not that Fields couldn't do it, but I just like what Kyle is going to do with this kid. I love the Aaron Banks pickup. Now we can put Brunskill back at center, learn under Mack, and move Banks to right guard, right next to his buddy, Mike McGlinchey. And then the Niners, surprisingly, moved up. Well, not really moved up. Gave up. Well, this is what they did. As you guys already know, they had the 43rd pick overall in the second round. They went ahead and traded down with the Las Vegas Raiders to their spot at 48. By moving from 43 to 48, they went ahead and got the Raiders 121 in the fourth round. They moved 5 spots back. They picked up an extra fourth round, and they were able to get the guard they were covenant for. Then they used that 121 fourth rounder with their fourth rounder that they originally had and put it in a package and gave it to the Rams for the Rams' 88th pick in the third round, which they took Trey Sermon, running back out of the Ohio State. This running back, Trey Sermon, is a beast. He's not a burner. He's not a burner, but this guy can move downfield. To me, I don't see him not being an RB1. I can see him being an RB1 immediately. So they went ahead and packaged both of the fourth round picks, gave it to the Rams for the opportunity to take a running back. That's interesting. The mentality of Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch and what they're trying to do this year. I think the Niners are fed up. They want to win. And they're putting all their chips in the middle of the table. And I think they're going to do whatever it takes to get the opportunity to win. So they beefed up the offensive line and they fixed the problem at quarterback. I like what they're doing. I really, really do. What is going on, Sanjo? Sonny, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Bob Money. What's up, Bob Money? Finally got, yeah. Finally got a quarterback. May 12th until they reveal the schedule. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I can't wait for May 12th. We know who we're playing, but we don't know when we are playing. So, Troy Warner is still out. Oh, he didn't get drafted? Troy Warner is still out there. Let's snag him. Well, listen. If he did not get drafted and he's an undrafted free agent, Matthew, they choose where they want to go. If you are an undrafted free agent, you choose where you want to go. If that's the case, and the Niners want to bring him in because his brother Fred Warner is with us, I don't see why we can't take him. I thought he got drafted. I wasn't sure. So if he's still undrafted, then I wouldn't see why he wouldn't be able to come and try to see if he can make the team. Give him a shot. But I'm surprised that he went undrafted. Wow. That is a shame. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you guys, but I'm fired up for the 2021 season. I want to see that running back room. I mean, my God. We got Raheem Mostert. We got Jeff Wilson Jr. We got the kid that we picked up from the Giants. We got Trey Sermon. We got Eli Mitchell. We have Hasty. my goodness. Our backfield is incredible. I cannot wait to see the competition between the running backs. They want to run the ball. They want to run the ball. If you know Kyle Shanahan and you know John Lynch, they are a firm believer in run heavy. Run heavy. They want to run. Set up the play action. Run, do the jet sweeps, do the RPOs. Everything is predicated upon how well you run. Kyle Shanahan offense works very well on how you are running the ball. If you are running the ball effectively, it opens up all and everything that Kyle Shanahan wants to do through the air. But you got to be able to control the run. And in order for Kyle Shanahan to completely get what he wants out of Trey Lance, he needs to run the ball. And getting Trey Sermon and Eli Mitchell in there, getting those two guards, he is making a statement to the NFL. We're going to run the ball down your throats. I can't imagine the Green Bay Packers right now looking at like, oh shit, we got to play the Niners this year? God darn it. They ran the ball. When they didn't have a good offensive line, they ran all over us. Now that they beefed up the offensive line, can we just give them the win? Can we just tell the NFL, you know what, we forfeit. Let's give the Niners a win, and we'll live to play another day. This is the Green Bay Packers speaking. If they got worked on, man, they don't want to face us. I'm excited, brother. I'm fired up, Sonny. What's up, Jay Avila? What's up, Beto? I believe we had a solid draft. I'm also excited for the 2021 season. So am I, brother. I am fired up, brother. Love the Avery Thomas Sermon pick. Yeah. That corner. The corner and the running back. I love the picks. I love this picks. And I'm not saying this because I'm a homer and I'm a 49er fan and obviously, you know, the Niners made the picks, so I love the picks. No, they're picks that I didn't like when the Niners made. I wasn't key on the Solomon Thomas pick. So I'll tell you if I like the pick or not. But I like these picks. He was projected to be drafted in the 6th or 7th round, but ended up undrafted. Okay, so we're talking about Troy. Okay, wow. Well, if he was undrafted, then if the Niners want him, I don't see why he wouldn't come to the Niners and play alongside his brother. Well, the thing with the receivers, they're going to be looking at some undrafted receivers for sure. We have Richard James that people are really overlooking. I don't know what the situation with Jalen Hurd is, but for what I heard John say today, that Jalen Hurd is coming along well. He's rehabbing well. They're looking forward to getting him into the building to kind of see where he's at with the OTAs. If he plans out this year, that's positive. And then we have Jennings. Remember Jennings who we took last year? And this is why I think this is the direction they went. They weren't concerned too much in the receiver department because of Jalen Hurd and possibly Jennings taking over those roles. But I wouldn't be surprised if they bring in an undrafted free agent receiver and give them a try. So much excitement in my heart for the Niners. This football season can't wait for the. I know, Tony Smith. Man, Tony, I am fired up, brother. I am with you. I am fired up. I cannot wait for the season to start. OTS can't get here fast enough. Preseason can't get here fast enough. And the season for sure couldn't get here fast enough. I am fired up to see what the Niners are going to do. Let's just pray that we stay healthy. Let's just pray that I understand injuries are part of the NFL. But the type of injuries that we sustained last year, it's unheard of. I can't wait to see Nick Bosa come back. Remember, Nick Bosa makes Eric Armstead better. I can't wait to see Javon Kinlaw a second year to see what he does. Man, bro, I'm fired up, man. Green Bay hella sweating it. Aaron Rodgers is looking at the draft picks thinking, yeah, I ain't going back. Yep. He's like, shit, I can't get past. Aaron Rodgers with the Packers is probably saying to himself, I cannot get past the Buccaneers with that defense, and I sure damn can't get past the 49ers. So if I can't get past the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Niners, yeah, he's feeling desperate. You can tell he's feeling desperation over there in Green Bay, man. A lot of unhappy Seahawks fans. So much for the Russell Wilson protection. Let us get his ass ran over there. I hear you, though. I'm thinking Jimmy plays until he gets hurt. It's almost like a theme, right? It's like you expect him to get hurt. That's sad. And I'm not saying about you, brother, but I'm just saying in general. People expect Jimmy to get hurt. Like that's something he does. I mean, obviously he's been hurt, but it's like, honestly, if you ask my opinion, and you're probably not, but if you ask for it, I'm going to give it to you anyway. I would love to see Jimmy play the whole year. I really would. As much as I want to see our new toy, as much as I want to see Trey Lance get on the field, I want to see Jimmy succeed. Why? If Jimmy Garoppolo succeeds in 2021 and we are winning games, this gives the rookie the opportunity to learn, and we don't have to force him into the lineup. He can just learn from Jimmy. And if we are winning games, then we are heading to the playoffs. And then from when the playoffs, whatever happens there, happens there. The bottom line is this. The better that Jimmy plays, the better chances of us trading him next year for a better draft pick. So pretty much Jimmy Garoppolo is auditioning for a high draft pick to the Niners if he is successful. If we get the 2019 Jimmy, I'm okay with sitting Trey Lance for a year. I understand you want to see him play. I understand a lot of them want to like, no, he don't need to sit. I'd rather have him sit. Now, if Trey Lance is just killing it in practice, he is just overwhelming Kyle Shanahan, then bring him in. But if not, let him learn the playbook. Let him get in at his own leisure. Let's win games with Jimmy. We have the run game. The best way to keep Jimmy unhurt is running the game. The more we can run, the less chances of Jimmy getting hurt. That is a positive thing for us. Shanahan said earlier in this press conference, we have a bunch of NFL receivers on our roster. Good enough. I hear you. I think they're in love with Jennings. They're still hoping. They still have hopes for Hurd. So I can agree with that. I want Hurt to succeed, but don't have my hopes up. You can't. I mean, the kid has been on the roster for 3 years, hasn't played a down. So I can understand where your hopes are not high and they shouldn't be. But if he's healthy and he's able to remain healthy, the kid is special. The kid is special. So I hope that Jalen Hurts can come back in 21 and prove to the whole world and all the doubters that the Niners did not make a mistake in drafting him. This is what I'm hoping for. I'm rooting for the kid. I am definitely rooting for the kid, man. I want him to be successful. Trey Sermon, he is going to be a stud. I expect him to be evolving on our offense sooner than later. Remind me a lot of Alvin Kamara. Oh, okay. Well, one thing Trey said in his interview is that he emulates his game a lot like Ezekiel Elliott. He says he sees himself a lot like Ezekiel Elliott. And even if you're like me and you hate the Cowboys, that's a good thing. If he sees himself to be a lot like Ezekiel Elliott, I'll take it. I will take it. Remember to smash the like button, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already, and hit the notification bell on there. I'm going to bring some of these interviews. You guys probably already seen it on your own, but let's watch it together, man. Let's hear these kids talk, and let's get encouraged by them. Am I going backwards here? Yep, Jimmy has 2 bad games. The people are going to see. That's the thing. If Jimmy has bad games, I still don't want to see Trey Lance in. The only way I want to see Trey Lance in is if Jimmy's hurt. I want Kyle. But one thing I know about Kyle Shanahan is that he's not going to allow the fan base to dictate what he does. And I respect Kyle Shanahan for that. I respect Kyle Shanahan for that. I really do. I expect Kyle Shanahan to bring in Lance if and only he feels fit that he's ready to play. Not a bit sooner. Yeah, I can't wait to see Nick Bosa either, Tony. I'm fired up. Steve Stevenson, how you doing, brother? I want Jimmy G to do so good that he can rub it in the Patriots' face. Yep, I agree. Both D Ford is supposedly healthy. Econ is a good player. Armstead is finally playing inside again, and Kinlaw more experience. Yep, I agree. Let's talk. Let's listen into some of these guys. Hold on, real quick. Let me get it set it up. Give me a second. Hold on, guys. Let me get it set up. All right. Let's listen to our newest safety and what he has to say.
So, God has given me this opportunity. And so whether I'm injured or on the field or off the field, I try to just be a happy, encouraging person regardless and live my life in the way that God would like me to. So it does feel good to be healthy, no doubt about that, and be able to play and have fun with my cousins and my teammates as well. So just trying to make the most of this opportunity is pretty much what I'm just all about. So
what can you talk about in regards to the 49ers, whether how they might use you and just your history, what you know about the franchise?
And and as much as I wish I knew a bunch, I'm very quiet when it comes to the NFL. I think I didn't really know a lot about teams because I was so busy watching USC film uh, and trying to just make the most of that. So, and it's very similar to how Troy and we kind of talk about how our experience was. We just weren't really focused on the next level. We were focused in the present and what we had to offer. And so, making this transition, I hope to get to know the tradition, the history, and everything about it. I'm just grateful for it, and I just want to
Man,
make
I
the
am
most
so
when I
fired
get
up.
on the field. I don't know too much of how they use me. I just hope I can just bring this attitude, a great mindset, and go out there and hopefully make plays on and off the field. So.
It's quite obvious that you're very appreciative of this moment, and you're clearly just thrilled with this. Take us along your journey. What is it? We meet with a lot of guys on these calls, and everybody kind of handles it a little bit differently. What's your passion? Why are you getting so? You're not emotional, but we can tell you're appreciative. Why is that?
Oh man, the tears came already. So you guys know, it's just a blessing. My family has been through a lot. My dad grew up on an island where he grew up with dirt floors. So when you make that transition, and I got to see where he grew up and see what it was like, you're grateful for those opportunities and how
He's
we
very
can live our
humble.
life and how I can do to better our lifestyle as well. Uh, that's what drives me. My mom has, been there and been my backbone as well. So I have such a great family support system. I just want to make the most and cherish these moments. These are special, and I think a lot of guys can get it carried away with, dollar signs. But for me, it didn't matter what, I just wanted the opportunity. Give me one chance. I'm going to make the most of it. So that's who I am. And that's how I play this game because it's not a matter of money. It's a matter of passion. So I'm very grateful for this, just to be able to play and see the smile on my parents' faces when I step on the field. So
You talked about it a little bit already, but it seems like just watching your tape that you play with a pretty great deal of joy. Is that a fair assessment of how you play?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think I'm just very blessed. But being able to play, I am lucky. I did play with 3 other cousins at USC, which is incredible. When you're on the field with 4 relatives all on the field at the same time, like that's you got to cherish that, So that makes the game even that much more fun because we get to go and have some fun and talk about the memories when we get home. So we just try to make the most of these times, and I hope you guys understand my passion for this game and this moment that I'm in right now. So.
Congratulations. I'm happy you get to live out your dream. When you're going through the training process, what positions were you training for? And did you get any sort of feedback from NFL teams, whether they wanted you, at linebacker, at a box safety, wherever position that may be?
Yeah, for me, I just wanted to train to be versatile. My college team used me in a very unique way. I played nickel, I played strong safety, dime, field safety, and I played linebacker for a whole game.
Wow, this
So for
guy
me,
is
it's
incredible.
in terms of talking to them, I've already talked to the safety coach and stuff, and they just wanted to be able to use me in any way that how they used me in college. So just got to be open. You have to have an open mindset to be versatile. Any way you can get on the field and be ready for special teams as well. I think that's a big component. From me and this is a big statement, but it's something I've always preached. And being a special teams Pro Bowler in my first year is a goal of mine.
I love that attitude.
A lot of guys get caught into playing right off the bat on the wrong parts, and so for me, I understand there's a level to it, and I just want to be the best I possibly can be. So I'm just grateful for this opportunity, man.
All right, last one to Jen.
Clay Helton was very complimentary about you as a person and as a player. What was the most important thing he taught you, and also what Troy Polamalu has taught you throughout this process?
One thing that Coach Helton really said, and he really tries to give people, is the most important thing you can give somebody is your time. So I try to, if you ask him, I never was late to a meeting, never late to rehab, so that was, you give your people your time and you want to make the most of it. I'm not going to be late to class because I don't think that's who I am. So that's what he taught me. And the most important thing, I think Troy taught me is being present in the moment, but also being obedient. And that goes along with being on time, doing the right things and saying the right things as well. I think we have to preach it and we have to live by it, and very grateful. super excited to start this journey I'm on. So.
That's the kid, man. Hold on, guys. That's that was our new safety. I'm excited to hear more about him, man. I'm fired up. I think he's going to be great. He wants to be a Pro Bowl special teamer. He's humble. He's coming in understanding that he's not going to start at safety right away. He's going to develop into that role, but he's going to come in and to contribute in special teams immediately. And I love the way he brings that inspiration. Yep. What's up, Coach Timo? How you doing? The other kid I want to hear about is this kid here. I am fired up for this kid. Where is he? Hold on, guys. Oh, here he is. Here we go. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a long presser. You guys probably already watched it, but I'm going to go get me some water while you guys are watching this, and then we'll talk about it. This kid is special. I'm fired up for this kid. I hope you guys watch. If you guys seen this already, enjoy it again. You can never get enough when you see these kids come on. Enjoy.
Blocking schemes, and kind of they're known for putting a
This
lot
is
on the
Aaron
plates of their guards.
Banks
So how do you
out
feel
of
like
Notre
you fit
Dame.
into this mix?
I think I am a big physical guard who does really well in protection. I think I bring a physicality that a lot of teams strive for in the offensive line, and I'm ready to come in and learn the playbook. And I don't think putting a lot on my plate is a problem at all. I think I'm going to take it and do really well.
Hey, Aaron, have the 49ers told you how they plan on using you? Have they said anything about potentially playing right guard? And would that be a difficult switch at all for you?
No, that conversation hasn't happened, but that won't be a difficult switch. I've taken a ton of reps at right guard. Not as many as I've taken at left guard, but the switch from left to right, especially at guards, not a problem at all.
Well, Aaron, can you just kind of sum up what it's like to be picked by the hometown team and being able to stay in the Bay?
It is insane. It's funny because all of my high school coaches are here, and every single one of them 49er fans through and through, wearing their 49er gear. And I got the call. I was able to point at the TV and say, "Hey, that's it." The place just erupted. It was insane. This is the best moment of my life by far.
Aaron, can you kind of take us through the amount of contact you had with the Niners throughout this process, how much you knew they were interested, and also, did you have any contact? Did Mike McGlinchey help you out at all during this process?
I talked to Mike once or twice, and as far as any inclination of the 49ers picking me or anything like that, I think our meetings were pretty standard. It was just about the same as almost every other team in the league that I met with. So there was nothing that they said or did that stood out like, hey, we're gonna be calling you pretty early. So yeah, I mean they held their cards pretty close to their chest.
Hey, Aaron, congratulations. They clearly wouldn't have picked you if they didn't think you were fit for their, the zone blocking scheme. But you're, a little bigger than their typical guard. Was your playing weight at Notre Dame kind of what you should be at, your normal body weight, or do you want to get a little slimmer?
It doesn't matter what scheme we're running. Whatever the team wants me to weigh whatever scheme we're running. I'm gonna take that and run with it. They tell me to do something, I'm gonna do it. So, as far as some people say scheme specific, I'm a scheme specific guy. It doesn't matter what you're running. We ran a lot of zone at Notre Dame. We ran outside zone, mid zone, tight zone. Doesn't matter. So whatever you tell me to do, I'm gonna do it. And so, yeah.
Aaron, Notre Dame linemen have had a lot of success in the league. What is it that prepares you think, for the NFL?
I think it's just the culture of, just the way we go about our business. We do a lot of extra work. We put in a lot of extra hours. We're a very tight group, which I'm not saying every school doesn't have a tight group of offensive linemen, but we're exceptionally tight. We do a ton of work outside of what's required of us. And, this group isn't necessarily, made for everybody. A lot of guys, are weaned out, and, the guys who are meant to be there and can withstand what we do.
This guy is special,
those are the guys
man.
who play, those are the guys who succeed, those are the guys who make it to this level.
Hi, Aaron. Jennifer with NBC Sports Bay Area. You're known for really being able to move people on the line. Would you say that is your best quality? And what else do you offer to the 49ers?
I'm not going to say that's my one best quality, but it's something that I do excel at. I bring a physicality to the game. I like to deliver a lot of blows. I like to knock people down. Some people call it head hunting, but I look for work. So if I am, can you hear me? Just got a phone call. But I'm a big body to the offensive line that plays big, plays a lot of physicality, likes to hit people, likes to knock people down. And sometimes you see it. This isn't a game that a lot of people want to play. So I think that I bring that kind of edge to the offensive line.
This guy is a mauler.
Aaron, growing up in the Bay Area, you know about the 49ers legacy with the quarterbacks, and they added one yesterday.
I hear
did
you.
you pay attention to that?
Forget the
And
Raiders.
what's your thought process on blocking for
What's up, Poppy?
a quarterback that is such high esteem?
Pablo,
whether it's Trey
Triple
or
X, how you doing, brother?
It doesn't matter who's behind me. I think they're both great quarterbacks. But it doesn't matter who's behind me. I'm going to protect whoever's behind me. And put myself, my body on the line to protect them and keep them safe.
Hey, Aaron, I'll take this mask off so you can see me. Welcome back to the Bay Area. Your fellow Bay Area draftee, Najee Harris, was talking yesterday about how excited he was for you to get drafted. Have you been able to talk to him, and what's it going to be like to be able to have your rookie year in the NFL, with him and maybe
You got to get excited about this kid, man. You got to get excited.
That's insane. I actually haven't got a chance to talk to him yet, just because I
Let's
understand how
go.
much his phone is blowing up, how many calls, texts, tags.
Come on, Niner faithful. Get fired up.
Whatever that he's getting right now. So I'm gonna probably hit him up in the next day or two and chop it up with him. But I'm looking forward to that. It's crazy because we both.
Let me go ahead and pause it for a minute. And we heard a little bit of him. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I just want to get you, because I want to continue to get your guys' input on this kid. I want to play a little bit of video, little clips of everybody. But I'm fired up, man. I don't know about you, but I'm fired up. Listen, I am a big pom-pom guy. I'm a big rah-rah. I love my Niners. I got them right here. I am fired up. I do this podcast because I love the Niners. I enjoy each and every one of you, and I expect my viewers to be just as exciting about this as much as I am. I live for this. I live for the draft. I live for the players, for the combine, free agency, OTAs, practices, regular season games, winning games. I love football. And I know you do too, man. I know you love football as well. And what the Kyle Shanahan has been doing since they came to the Niners are incredible. We came close on winning the Super Bowl in 2019. We failed. And I think Kyle Shanahan wants to make sure that if we ever get that opportunity again to make it to the Super Bowl, that we don't lose. getting Trey Lance, beefing up the offensive line, getting a running game. Listen, with Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson Jr., Trey Sermon, Eli Mitchell, the kid that we got from the Giants, I can't think of his name. Please put it in the comments. Kyle Shanahan is going to be able to rotate these running backs. Ain't no running back going to get tired. We don't need, it's not good for fantasy owners to take a running back for the Niners, because if you're going to take a running back in your fantasy team, it's in the rotation happens all the time with the Niners. It's not good for that. But as a 49er and as a player for the team, it is awesome that we can run the ball down your throat, and we can rotate these players, these running backs, rotate them so they don't get tired. Raheem Mostert, he's starting to slow down a little bit. You know what? Boom. Let's put in Jeff Wilson Jr. Oh, Jeff Wilson Jr. is having a little bit of a rough day. Bring in Trey Sermon. Bring in Wayne Gallum. Thank you, working on me. Bring in Eli Mitchell. Rotate these running backs, but to continue to run the ball down the throat. Because I'm telling you, everything that Kyle Shanahan likes to do on offense starts with how successful he is running the ball. The more successful he is running the ball, the better chances of him is opening up the playbook, the play actions, the RPOs, the jet sweeps. Everything he does is predicated to how successful he's running the ball. He brought in two Maulers and Aaron Banks and Jalen Moore as guards. That was our weakest area. The right guard was our weakest area. Some of you may say, well, our right tackle with McClinchy is still weak. I can argue that. I don't think McClinchy is a bad tackle. I know he's a great run tackle. He needs to continue to work on his pass protection. But I think with Aaron Banks on the right with him, and the more that Aaron takes care of his spot, the more confident that Mike McClinchy doesn't have to worry about somebody getting past him. He can rely that if he's taking on this defender, if this defender moves to the left, that Aaron will take care of him. And that will allow Mike McClinchy to focus more on his techniques and less on what's happening to his right. When we had a weak guard, Mike McClinchy wanted to do both. He wanted to do tackle and guard. He can't do that. I think having Aaron Banks be that mauler at that guard position, it will elevate automatically Mike McClinchy's play. Our offensive line has been beefed up, guys. We have horsemen that can run the ball. Kyle Shanahan is going to be an evil genius in 2021. I'm telling you, it's going to be fun to be a 49er fan. It's going to be exciting to watch the Niners run the ball down the freaking throats of those defenses that we're playing against. I mean, my goodness, Trey Sermon against Northwestern had 332 yards rushing. Northwestern had the number one defense in college in 2020. And he ran 332 yards against that number one defense. Imagine what he can do on the Niners Kyle Shanahan system. What's up, Eddie Stratford? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. I don't give a damn about fantasy football. I agree. When it comes to my Niners, a W to W and keeping players healthy, Jay Avila, 100%. 100%. Fantasy football is fun to play, but when it comes to the real football, fantasy football can go out the window, man. I want to run, pounce the rock, pounce the rock, pounce the rock. Not only do you dictate the game, but you take control of the clock. That's the best way to do it. To take minutes off the clock is by running for first down. I don't know about you, but that game against Green Bay in the 2019 championship game, I had a lot of fun watching us run the ball down Green Bay's throat. They knew we were going to run the ball, and they couldn't stop us. Green Bay knew that we were going to run the ball. They stacked up the box, put 8 in the box, and they still couldn't stop our run game. That was exciting to me. I'm a physical type of guy. I'd rather see a great run game than a vertical pass game. I know a lot of people like the fantasy, receivers, for 200 yards. I'd rather see us pound the ball. That Green Bay game, championship game in 2019, the Packers defense were scared. They didn't know how to stop the run. They couldn't stop the run. We ran at will down their throats. 2021, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be fun to watch the Niners compete. Yep, I agree. Northern Dame brothers on the right side of the Notre Dame brothers. Got her. Offensive line going to be a beast. I'm telling you, man. You have to give the quarterback time in the pocket. Yes, I'm telling you. We're going to roll with Jimmy Garoppolo. The best way for Jimmy Garoppolo not to get hurt is to keep him upright. How do you keep him upright? You run the ball. You run the ball. The more you run the ball, the less the defenders have a chance to hit your quarterback. I want to see Trey Lance play. I do. But I don't want him to be rushed into playing. I don't. I want Trey Lance to learn the system, feel comfortable. I really want the scenario of the Alex Smith, Patrick Mahomes. I love that. I know that it's not. I know a lot of us, we want to see Trey Lance today. We want to see it this year. Look at the Chiefs. I'm pretty sure when they drafted Patrick Mahomes, they wanted Patrick Mahomes to play that year. And he sat for the whole year, right? And the Chiefs fans were probably pissed. They probably were mad. But do you think they're mad now? Do you think they care about it now? They don't. Don't worry about Trey Lance not playing this year. He's going to play in 2022, going forward. And we're going to see years and years of fun football with Trey Lance. Be patient with him, man. At least try. Could have had said it better. Thank you, Matthew. Appreciate the love, bro. Yeah, bro, I'm excited. What's up, CJ Ruthless Sports? How you doing, brother? Patrick Tyson, how you doing? Elijah Mitchell is a poor man's Zeke. Been watching him since high school. Okay. Well, I've seen him play a little bit of his tape from Louisiana. And the kid can run the ball. This guy's a burner. Elijah Mitchell is a burner, and Trey Sermon is not, but he's a pounder. So you got Trey Sermon. They can pound the ball, break through tackles, and get those first downs. And then you have the burner of Eli Mitchell. Man, I'm loving it. I don't know. I'm loving this. Wonder which receiver pick up undrafted. Yeah, we got to pick up some undrafted. Trey Sermon reminds me of Aaron Foster. Well, Trey Sermon has said it himself that he plays a lot like he looks up to a lot of Ezekiel Elliott. He likes Ezekiel Elliott. He thinks he plays like Ezekiel Elliott. And if that's the case, that's awesome. I am with you. I want the kid to sit 1 year to learn the system so he can go on the field and perform at the highest level. Absolutely 100% in agreement, brother. As much as we want to test drive the Ferrari, take the Honda Civic to work for 1 more year. And once you get the wheels looking shiny on that Ferrari and you start driving it in 2022, you'll never look back. Yeah, I like him. And he's going to be a great special teams guy. Special teams guy, man. This kid is special. I cannot wait to see him. Let's hear our boy, Mr. Trey. Oh no, hold on, wrong one.
Troy Polamalu, since
Wrong one. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Here we go.
What do you think about bringing that physicality to a game?
I definitely feel like it's one of my best qualities, and I feel like just as a running back, you have to have it. So
This guy's going to
with
be
me having
special,
that,
ladies and
bringing
gentlemen.
that to the game, I feel like it's huge, and I mean just being a physical runner, making guys miss, always fighting for extra yards. I mean it's a way to keep the chains moving and keep the offense rolling.
Hey, Trey, Nick Wagner, ESPN. How aware were you of the Niners' interest in you? And also, do you know much
You're
about
welcome,
Bobby
Tony.
Turner, and
That's what I
how
do,
did you,
brother. You're
feel
welcome.
about getting to know him during this process?
I knew they were pretty interested. I mean, I talked with Coach Turner a lot, actually. I mean, throughout my process, he's probably, the coach that I talked the most.
I love it.
Talked to the most. So
Trey to Trey.
over time, I was able to just get real familiar with him and just build a great relationship. And I just learned a lot about him. He's a great guy. A lot of the guys on the team, they mess with him, but again, he's just a great coach.
Hey, Trey, probably not the first time you've been asked this, but what led you to transfer to Ohio State?
I was just looking for a better opportunity.
This kid's going to
I
be
felt like
special, man.
I was able to develop.
I can't say
have
it
a great
enough.
Career at Oklahoma, and after
He's
my
a
injury
downhill
there,
runner.
I was just looking for a better opportunity.
This guy is
and I
not
felt like
Carlos
Ohio
Hyde,
State
ladies and gentlemen.
Best place for me.
He is not Carlos Hyde coming out of Ohio State. This guy is
Trey,
way
just
better
from
than Carlos
afar,
Hyde.
Just given what the 49ers did yesterday and how big of a story that was on top of some of the other weapons on offense that are still pretty young in their careers, what's the excitement level and what's just how do you view those guys from afar? And also, did you get to talk to Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch at one of the Ohio State Pro Days?
It's very exciting. Just again being a part of this organization, and it's a great team, and a lot of guys there are young, and again, I'm just looking forward to it. And I didn't get to talk with them. I wasn't at Ohio State's second pro day, and I know that's when they came to. So yeah, I didn't really get to talk to them until a couple minutes ago.
Hey, Trey, how much have you watched the 49ers? How familiar are you with the success the running backs have had? And how would you say that your skill set fits into what Kyle Shanahan likes to run, which is primarily the outside zone?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty familiar with them. Again, I knew they ran outside zone a lot because I studied it when I was coming to Ohio State, because I know how Ohio State runs a lot of outside zone. So I was able to get pretty familiar with it, and just watching the running backs there. I mean, I feel like I fit in well. I bring a lot to the table. Again, I'm able to run the zone very well. I'm a great receiving back as well.
Hey, Trey, we know in the national championship game, you had the little shoulder that you'd kind of dealt with and played through. I'm assuming no issues there, everything healthy on that front. You didn't need surgery or anything, did you?
No, sir, no surgery. I'm 100%.
Yeah, so Trey, what I was wondering is, a lot of people, when they think running backs, they think the only way he has explosive
Justin
play is if he
Hiller?
runs a 4-4.
I like that kid.
What do you say to people like that? Because that's been one of your
I like that
pursuits.
kid,
He lacks home run
CJ
speed.
Ruthless.
Well, I mean,
I'm not too
I feel
familiar
like
with
I
Austin
have great speed.
Watkins,
For
though.
the people who say I don't have home run speed,
Is he a
I mean,
receiver?
I feel like they haven't cut on the tape. I mean, I've had a lot of long runs in my career. I mean, against Michigan State, I had a 70-yard touchdown. I mean, again, I feel like
Let's
have
go.
all the
Let's
tools
get
to be
fired
a
up, man.
great
Let's
running
go.
back. So, I mean, for people to say that's an issue for me, I mean, I disagree.
Dude, I am
So,
fired up.
I
This
mean,
guy's going to
I'm
fire
just
me up
glad
right now.
that,
Woo-wee.
this organization believes in me, and I have the opportunity. So I'm going to make the most of it.
And we'll do our last one with Matt Mayoko.
Here comes Matt Miyoko.
Trey, did you get a chance to spend much time or get to know Mike McDaniel at all, the offensive coordinator? He's known as somebody who's kind of a mad genius as far as designing a very creative running game. So the question is, did you meet him, and what do you know about that running game and how you'd fit into it?
I didn't meet him yet, but I mean, I just know that I fit in well. I mean, with what they do. Again, I know they love the outside zone a lot, and that's one thing. That was our bread and butter at Ohio State. So, I mean, I'm pretty familiar how he likes to get guys mixed in and just get that going. And again, I feel like this is a great fit for me, and I'm going to be able to have a big impact.
Trey,
I'm reading about him right now,
going
CJ.
back, how long ago did the 49ers reach out to you? Did it go back towards like January?
This kid
towards
could have
the
been
end of
taken in the
college
fifth
season,
round.
or was it more recent?
And the Niners would have been fired up for
They
Austin.
first reached out, I want to say a little
Let's
bit after
go.
the Senior Bowl, and I've just been in pretty much contact with Coach Turner since then. I mean, we talked quite a bit throughout my training down in Florida, and then even leading up to my pro day and after we talked.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm fired up, ladies and gentlemen. I am fired up, man. Yeah, this kid, CJ, I'm reading on Twitter, could have went in the fifth round. The Niners could have taken him in the fifth round, and I think a lot of Niner fans would have been stoked taking this kid. And the idea that we were able to get him as a undrafted free agent, 6'3", 209 pounds receiver. Let's go. And then I didn't know too much about Austin Watkins. I admit that. But this kid, Justin Hiller, the linebacker, I like him. I like him a lot. Hillard, or I don't know if I'm botching his last name or not, but I like this kid. He's special. I think he'll be a compliment. I don't know if they're going to bring in Troy or not. Fred Warner's brother. We'll have to wait and see. But man, oh man, I can't wait for the damn season to start, man. I'm telling you, I have my pom-poms. I don't care, bro. People know me. They know Niners. I am passionate for my Niners. I love my Niners. I get excited, man. I hope that I bring that excitement to you guys, the viewers on my show, man. I want to fire you up. Not that none of you guys need to be fired up, because I know you guys are passionate. How do I know this? Because you're watching my damn podcast, and I probably suck as a podcaster, and you're still watching me. That's because you are passionate as a 49er fan, man. And I have much respect and love for each and every one of you, man, that I can share this passionate for our faithful together. Pray for the season to start tomorrow. I hear you, Tony. Tony, I can't wait for the season to start tomorrow, man. If it started tomorrow. I hope it started tomorrow, but we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. But you know what, though? The anticipation for the season to start is going to be amazing, because we have a great team. We have a great GM. We have a great coach. We have these two individuals that come together collectively, and they are able to work with each other. There's no egos. Listen, I love everything within the locker room. The brotherhood. John Lynch said that when he spoke to Trey Lance, when Trey Lance came yesterday to the facility, that Trey Lance told John Lynch that Jimmy Garoppolo reached out to Trey. Jimmy Garoppolo reached out to Trey Lance to welcome him to the team. I love what they're building in San Francisco. There are no egos. There's no hate within this locker room. Jimmy G knows that this is his last year here in San Francisco, but yet he is still reaching out to Trey Lance to welcome him, to work with him. That just speaks volumes for what John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan brings to the San Francisco 49ers organization. I love it. I love it. And I love it. Bang, bang, Niner gang. I hear you, Eddie. I'm fired up, man. I can be on here forever. I can talk 49ers forever. I'm stoked. I can't wait for minicamp. I can't wait for OTAs. I cannot wait for preseason. And I definitely can't wait for the season to start. But right now, my focus is, and my anticipation is for May 12th. And a lot of you know why. Because the schedule comes out on May 12th. We know who we are playing, but we don't know when we are playing them. How many Monday night games do you think the 49ers are going to have? How many Monday night games do you think the 49ers are going to get in this year's schedule? Do you think the NFL is going to give the Niners more than 3 Monday night games? Or do you think it'll be less than 3 Monday night games? Or Sunday night? Let me rephrase it. Prime time. Let me rephrase the question. Do you think they will have 3 or more, or 3 or less than 3 prime time games? Meaning Thursday night, Monday night, or Sunday night. Those are prime times. All right, here we go. 3 to 4. All right, I like it. Especially with Trey Lance being on, because they don't know if they're going to start Trey Lance or not. So the anticipation of that. Eddie says 4. I love it. I love it. Keep him coming. I love it. I love that you guys are in a reaction with me, that you guys interact with me. I love having conversations with you guys. I love bringing up your comments. I read your comments. I respond to your comments, because I said this and I'll say it again. You guys are watching my podcast on your own time. You can be doing other things. And I humbly and appreciate that you watch my podcast. The least I can do is bring up your questions and answer them to the best of my ability. And this is what I do on the Niners Sickness Report. I acknowledge all my viewers. There is no comment, there is no question that is dumb enough or not meaningful enough for me not to bring up on my show. I bring him up, all of them. Just my way of saying thank you for following me on YouTube. Thank you for watching my podcast. And thank you for supporting your boy Niner Sickness on the Niner Sickness Report. Together, iron sharpens iron, right? So I come on here, talk football. You guys come on here, ask me questions. Tell me what's on your mind. I'm going to start taking phone calls. Not today, but I'm going to start implementing phone calls into my live so that if you guys want to call in and express how you feel, express what's going on, and you want to talk to me and let me know your thoughts on this, your thoughts on that, you will have the opportunity to call in my show and express how you feel. And I'm going to do that again, my way of saying thank you for supporting and following my podcast. Hey, Beto, what are your thoughts on the Trey Lance? Is he, if he has come early in the season, do you believe he gets us in the? I definitely love the potential and the ceiling of Trey Lance, but at the end of the day, he is still a rookie, and rookies always have a hard. It takes them a while to learn. Rookies always have nervousness. You know, they got to learn this, they got to learn that, they got to adjust here, they need to adjust there. So we have a great quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo. We have a winning quarterback. Jimmy Garoppolo, as long as he's healthy, we know he wins games. Listen, the best situation of any of the quarterbacks going into the NFL this year is Trey Lance going into the San Francisco 49ers. Again, I'm not being biased. I'm not saying this because I'm a Niner fan, but it's real. Do you think the Bears are going to run? You think the Bears are going to play Andy Dalton the whole year? No. The minute Andy Dalton sucks, they're going to bring in Justin Fields. The Patriots, the same thing. Once Cam Newton sucks, they're going to bring in Mac Jones. The Jets are going to start Wilson, and the Jaguars are starting Lawrence. The Niners have a great running game. They just made that run game even better today. They have a great vertical passing game. They have a great offensive line now. They have a great defense. Even without Nick Bosa, even without Buckner, we were the top 5 defense last year. With all those injuries, we cannot forget we were the top 5 defense. That's without Buckner. That was without Bosa. We are contenders. And I want to fly with Jimmy. I want Jimmy to play his ass off. I want Jimmy to be a Pro Bowl type of quarterback in 2021. That means we go far into the playoffs and possibly we can start talking Super Bowl. And in the meanwhile, Trey Lance, he's learning the system. He's getting better, more familiar with Kyle Shanahan's system. And man, we can only look forward and never look back. Lance coming to the 49ers is the best scenario for it. Can we win, to answer the Villa's question, can we win playoffs with him? Yes. But it's more ideal to win it with Jimmy. And if we're running the ball, if we're pounding the ball, running the ball, pounding the ball, then Jimmy will stay healthy. And when we trade him, remember, this year, there's a trade clause on Jimmy's contract. Next year, no trade clause. We can trade Jimmy anywhere we want. He plays good. His value goes up. When we trade him in the offseason of 2022, we will get a great compensation for him. A high 2, maybe a 1 for Jimmy. They're always going to be hungry team quarterbacks. And right now, nobody's offering anything for Jimmy because they know that he's injury prone. he gets hurt, but if he has a good year in 2021 and takes us far into the playoffs, then his value just went up. And a hungry quarterless back team will pay a ransom for Jimmy. And that's a great opportunity for us. It's a win-win for us. See if they traded 3 first-round picks. Yeah. We still have to wait on him, though. Yeah, really, huh? Now, that's the only thing that I see Trey Lance coming in sooner than later is if Jimmy G gets hurt. If Jimmy G gets hurt, then I can understand why they will bring Lance. But even to that point, Avila, is this. Last year, Jimmy gets hurt. Who did we have? Nick Mullins. Oh, my God. Who did we have? C.J. Beathard. That was a nightmare. This year, we're going in with a healthy Jimmy G and a one hell of a quarterback prospect sitting in the wings, learning the system to come in if and when they need him because Jimmy gets hurt. But the more games Jimmy plays without getting hurt, the better it is for Trey Lance. So I don't want Jimmy to get hurt at all. And I know that we can't control them getting hurt. But if he does get hurt, Jimmy, get hurt after the 10th game. Get hurt after the 11th game of the season. If you're going to get hurt, get hurt. I know it's out of his control. I'm being sarcastic. But get hurt after the 10th game or 11th. Don't your ass will not, and I will not allow you to get hurt in the 2nd or 3rd game of the season. Nope. If you're going to get hurt, Jimmy, you better wait until the 10th game or later. I like he has control over it, but I love it. Let's see here. I believe we did it. I believe we did get better today, especially our special teams. Our defense also got better with the free agent additions and IR personnel coming back too. Jimmy's health is paramount to our success. And Coach Timo, keeping Jimmy healthy is running the ball, right? If we can run the ball consistently, successfully, then we keep those defenders off of Jimmy. We got 2 maulers in Aaron Banks and Jalen Moore. Now, I know Jalen Moore played tackle, but they're going to move him to guard. He's not going to play tackle in the NFL. He's going to play guard. And Aaron Banks is a natural guard. That these guys are going to open up the lanes with Mack at center, Tomlinson and Trent Williams at the left. Mike McGlinchey is going to get better because he's going to not have to worry about what's next to him. Our offensive line is going to be great. And then you have the guys to open up the holes. And then you have guys they can run through the holes, like Trey Sermon, Eli Mitchell, Raheem Mostert, Jeff Wilson Jr., Wayne, Gallum, Hasty. My goodness. I'm sorry. I am fired up, man. I'm like a kid at the candy store. I am fired up. Still, forgetting Josh Rosen. He's Jimmy's direct backup right now until Lance learns this. Yep, I agree. He won't start over Rosen unless... I don't know about that, Timo, coach. But you make a valid point. I'm not arguing your point. But if Jimmy goes down week 10, but I guess, well, let me put it this way. If Jimmy goes down week 10 and they start Rosen over Lance, I'm going to be worried a little bit about Lance's learning ability. Let's just hope that Jimmy doesn't get hurt. We don't have to worry about the backup. And let's just run with Jimmy all year and then bring in Lance when he's ready to rock and roll. I'm telling you, run that rock. Kill the clock. You get a lead. You prevent the other team from catching up with your defense, and you eat the clock. Eat up the clock by pounding the ball. I know that all the fantasy people that love fantasy, they want to see those 300 yards in the air. I am not the vertical 300 yards in the air. I rather run. Call me old school, but run the ball down their throats, take control of the game, and dominate in the run. And we all know that Kyle Shanahan's offense is built upon how well you run the ball. It opens up the play action. It opens up the RPOs, the jet sweeps that he's able to do with his personnel based on how well we run the ball. And that's what Kyle Shanahan wants. If he can dictate what he wants to do based on the run, Kyle Shanahan is a mad genius. And he will dial up some freaking calls, man, that it's going to be like, what the? You're going to see, what do you call it? Deebo Samuel running the jet sweeps. You're going to see Brandon Ayuk running deep. Oh, my God. Kittle down the middle. I am stoked, man. Defensive coordinators are going to not be able to sleep the night before or the week before they face the 49ers offense. They're going to lose sleep because they're pick your poison. Who do you stop? Kittle? We'll burn you with Ayuk. Ayuk? We have Deebo. Who are you going to stop in the running game? You slow down Raheem Mostert, then we'll slap you with Trey Sermon. Jeff Wilson Jr. is not having a good day, then we'll bring in Eli Mitchell. Pick your poison. We're going to be dominant. We're going to move. And if Jalen Hurd is able and capable of coming back from that injury and he can do what we brought him in to do, the reason why we drafted a kid like that is because of what he offers in all those jet sweeps that we do. Oh, my God. And then Jennings. Also, Jennings. You can't forget about Jennings from Tennessee. That kid, another year under his belt. I cannot wait to see OTAs, mini camp. It's going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be damn scary. Yep, great job. Absolutely. I am too better fired up. Yeah, I'm fired up, brother. Absolutely better not to worry about it. Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am your boy Niner Sickness with the Niner Sickness Report. Thank you for spending your Saturday evening with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for your support. Remember to smash that like button. Remember to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the notification bell. And also follow me on Instagram at Niner Sickness. Follow me on Facebook at Niner Sickness. And follow me on Twitter at Niner Sickness 49. I appreciate it. I am humbled by each and every one of you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your coming and watching me talk about the 49ers. I love each and respect all of you. And I look forward on having the next show here on YouTube. You guys are amazing. Let me read the last comment of the day, and then I will call it a day. Also, Sermon and Mitchell are also great receivers out of the backfield. Yes, they are. I believe that that's why Kyle did not pick a slot receiver. Well, they're also confident with Richie James there, and they're expecting Jalen Hurd to come back and fill that position. But I hear you, man. All right, last comment. Just hearing you talk is making me happy and wishing the season was. Man, Tony, thank you for the love and respect, bro. Much love for you as well. Appreciate you, man. Every one of you guys have a blessed day. Remain faithful. Love and support your family. And I just want to give thanks to all the armed forces, all the first responders for everything you do. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a blessed Saturday evening. Take care, and I'll see you on the next show. Peace. God bless, and I'm out.